Hi guys, so for today's video, I'll be making Laravel 9 Crud application. So before we get started, we need to check if you already installed Con Composer and you need a server to host your database. And for my case, I installed some. So to check your composer, your composer, and I already installed Composer, and then for and other requirements is XAMPP. So you need to install XAMPP. If you go to XAMPP download, you'll get this download XAMPP Apache Friends. Click this link and then choose what operating system you are using. And for my case, I'm using Windows, so I click on this three versions. And for my case, I want to use Laravel 9, and the minimum version for Laravel 9 is 8 point above. So I think I installed 8.17. So your command prompt and type php-v. So I installed 8.0.17. So the second one. After installed XAMPP, you need to install you need to go and Laravel documentation docs and installation. Then in this section you need to go installation, getting started, and installation. Then scroll down, you will see the command for installing Laravel application. So composer create project Laravel dash Laravel, then the name of the app, then cd to your application. And to serve your application, you need to type this command php artisan serve. So let's create an application. Then open your command prompt, navigate to your desktop or what application you want to install your application. For my case, I want to install it in desktop. Then I want to create a folder in tdir. Then I want to navigate that folder. Then I want and I need to type this. So composer create project Laravel slash Laravel. Then the name of the application that you want to create. For me, I want to create Crud Laravel 9 Crud application. Then enter. And the installation is based on your internet speed. If you have a fast internet, then the installation is fast. You need to wait for at least five to 3 minutes. Which so let's wait for this to install. I'll be posting this video, then I'll come back when the installation is finished. and our application is installed, so we will open it with VS Code. So the name of the application is Laravel 9 dash then enter, then open it with VS Code dot enter. So here is our application. Then first we need to set up our database, and for our database we need to change this to Laravel 9 underscore root. Then my username is root, then my password is secret. Then save, Control S. Then we need to go to, since this is an Crud application, then we need to make a model. So PHP artist can make model, then we will name it Crud, and dash m to make a migration file. Then enter. So model and migration file is created. Close the terminal and open your migration file. It is located in database, migrations, then the last one, Crud's table. So here, Crud's, what we will be our columns is we need to, for example, we will be creating products, for example. So we have string, so name and string description and table string. I think this is integer upload. Then we will make it as save. Then after making this, we need to go to app models, then CRUD class. Then we will override a variable property, and we will put the columns name from our table. So get equals name. What are the columns? Description, and price, and save. After this, we need to open our XAMPP. XAMPP. So XAMPP is open. We need to go to here and type credentials. If you have password, this is so big. And let me adjust this. Then we have REST database Laravel 9 practice, and we need to create new. Then Laravel 9 Crud. create. After creating that, we need to go back to our VS Code editor. Then we need to migrate this table to our database. So to migrate, you need just to type php artisan migrate, then enter. So our migration file is already migrated. So if you check this database, so we have Crud's data table, field jobs, migrations, password reset, and users. So our database is set. Then after that, we need to make a controller to be able to talk to our database. So we will make controller PHP artisan make controller. Our name is Crud controller. Then I will add another parameter named resource. So dash resource. What this parameter does, it creates the CRUD functions in our controller. Then enter. If you go to HTTP app HTTP then controllers folder then CRUD controller. So the functions for displaying the resource index is already created. Create, store, show, edit, update, and for this deleting the record, destroy. So our controller is already set up. Then next is we need to create the UI or the page for our CRUD application. Then we need to go to resource views. Then we need to make another file called crud.blade.php. Enter. And we need to make a boilerplate, HTML boilerplate. So here, title Crud Laravel 9. And for this Crud application, we will be using Bootstrap to make the styling of our page. So we need to go to Bootstrap. We need to we need to get the link. So go to getbootstrap.com and then click for get started and copy the link for CSS. Copy and then paste it here. So this is the link for Bootstrap. And then we need to make a navigation for our page. So we will be creating a header tag, then logo or title, which is Crud application, and for links nav, then UL, then LI A times 3. So this is our header. So this goes to create, then show. I think this is the home, and this is a create. For now, this will be our links. Then it's home and create, need to make another forward to display our home. Okay, so we need to create another file and we will name it create.display.php, and then we need for the AC to make this file not repeating, creating this header and this, we need to make a layouts file. So layouts, this will be our, looks like a boilerplate for our application. Then we need to make to name it app.play.php. This is our one. Then we will need to copy this, paste it here. Okay, paste that. Then the footer copy, and then that's, then we need to use the yield, and this will be the, this will display the content. And here in create, in this Crud, we will wrap this with extends layout that up, then section, then name content, and end section. We will paste, we will create header, title, then Crud application, and the nav, then UL li, then a tag 3 times, 2 times. This will be the home, and the create links, and create. Then let's see what is the here in the go system serve. So we need to route this file to our, we need to change the route. So go to, we need to create a new route. So route get, then our home page will go to, we need to use the controller function index in our CRUD. So we need to use CRUD controller plus, then the function is index, and we will name it home, and we'll need to also import it, then refresh, so it's empty because we're not returning anything from our controller index. So we need to return a view, return view, and the name of the view is Crud. The name of the view is Crud, and refresh. So here's our application title and the links. So we need to make this inline, and we will make so it looks better to see. So let's go back to our blade, and the header will put a class of background primary. Save, and the background looks blue. That's the bootstrap class for the color blue primary. Then we need to make this inline. So deflex, save. So the application looks displays side by side, and we need to make this flex space. Huh? We need to go to bootstrap and find the flex. Deflex. So deflex direction. Justify content. Justify content. We need to use deflex justify content. Deflex justify content space. Run a space between. This will make this and this will put here. So the links will be here. So we need to put some gap between this and this. So we will be making a container, bootstrap container class container, and we will put it here to make some margin between them. So space. So we will transfer it here. Save. So here. So we'll we will assign the links. So for the links, we'll type links, color links. Bootstrap links styles. Links primary. Styling bootstrap links. Stretch link. What is stretch link? Let's make the color of the links. Let's put a class here and class and make this white. And here this not text is white. Class or text dash white. And save. So here. So we have a home, great. So if we go to home, it takes to home, and if you go to create, it goes to create routes. So we need to make a route for create in our web.php. Make route get slash create and the controller Crud controller class then create. Then we'll name it create. And here in our links, since we are using route names, so we can put route, then the name, home, and also here route and create. So if we go to refresh and go to create, we'll be redirected to create page. And the create page is empty. That's why empty is empty. So we need to extend the layout. So extend layouts add section, then the content, the type, the name of the end section. And the create page, we need to make a form to be able to create the data and pass it to our database. So you refresh, create, create. So we need to make a form and make a form. And the action is we need to go to route, then store, route store. So we need to go to this route store. Since we are posting data, we need to go to this route, which is this route is defined in our controller, which is here. This method is its functionality is to store some data. So we need to go there and we need to make inputs. By the way, in Laravel, we need to make a token, unique token for the form. To generate some unique token, we need to pass CSRF to prevent some cross-site forgery. This is a security feature in Laravel to make our site secure. Then we need to make label for name and ID for name. And the name for this label unknown product name. And we need to make an input and the type of text and the name is name product for name and this will be product underscore name and also here product underscore name. And we need to surround this in a bootstrap class. So we need to form group and enter then paste that then in input we need to make this we need to pass all input group I think input group wait empty text white to again and go to this route and create and empty. Oh, we need to through this layout save. Save. Why is this empty? extending the layout and mhm, create it is extending the layouts of the blade and here Crud. Anong naman yung sinigawas? Crud home. Refresh home. Great. Why is it? Hmm. The problem is in our controller, I think. I think the problem is in our controller. We need to go to controller and here we need to return a view. Return view, then create. Then refresh. The route store is not defined, so the routes and the route store is not defined because we're not setting the route store route. So here we need to post something, so the method we'll be using is post, and the route is store and controller is root controller class, then the method is store. And the name for this route is and refresh is okay now. And the nav bar is not working, then we need to go to create. Why is it not working? We're extending the layout and the code. Why is it not working? Refresh. Why the fuck is not working? We surrounded with a container and set here. Refresh. Why is it not working? Extend layout. Is that correct? Let's fix that later. Then our inputs and our product name. So we need to make a button, and here we need to put home group and button and dash success primary, then enter, then save, refresh. So we have a button. We'll make this width to width 25 if hmm, the width is not here. The width should be here with all 50%. So the width is already gone. And let's make this in the center. No, it's not. So let's make this flex. Then justify content, justify data. What's the class that we use in Crud? Justified content. Justify content. Center, then save, refresh, then boom, the form is entered. So after that, we need to capture the inputs. What are the fields in our migration file? Database, migration, and name, description, and price. So we need to make this. We need to make another field for our form to and for price. So we will name this description. P description, and this price, price, and type is integer and number, number, save. So number. So we need to type in number. So we need to name the title, the label for this. We need to name this description, and for the last is for the price. Then save. So product name, description, and price, and save button. So let's capture the inputs and save it to our database. So to save this, we need to put the method here. So in our form, none of this post, since we are posting method. So we need to capture this inputs in our controller. So we will go to in store. We will hit this method in our routes. We define it here, store. So here it's just die dump our request to see what are the inputs. So let's say refresh. So our product name is laptop. Description. This is no the brand. Lenovo LTS 321. Description will name this a laptop. And the price is, let's say, $21, and then save. So this will be the output. So we hit the endpoint of 127.0.0.1. Port is 8000 and the endpoint is store. So here with the item, so let's say what's our input. So to see what's our inputs, I think we need to go to this request and parameters, and here we see the token. This is the CSRF token that is generated in our application, and the product name, description, and the price. So our endpoint store is working. So we need to save this in our database. So we need to go in our store method, and instead of die dump, we need to create or save this in our database. So we need to use our model, which is here Crud. So we need to import this Crud model to our controller. So here we need to use app slash models slash Crud. So we have access to this model class, and we will use it here. So and use app equals, then hmm, wait, I think we can make the code create method, and we pass it as an array. Then the name, and the associated one is request. Then product name. Remember that we name it product name. So what is the request? We will save it to a name. This name is related to our database column, which is this name, and the second column is name title, and we will store some data and request from request and title. And for the price, same for this price. And that's it. Then after creating this, we will redirect, return, return, redirect, or redirect routes. Then we will make a route for displaying our products. So we will make this show routes for show. Then we will create blade show blade.php, and this extends the layouts and section and content and section. And here we will be now we will be saying show page, and save this, and let's try again, refresh. So description doesn't have a default value. Okay, so I think I made a mistake in create. Description doesn't have, so let's make refresh. So I meant to say name description. What is the name of our type string description? Price put. So let's make this a over and develop. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. General error 136 for field description doesn't have a default value. Why is it not saved? So let's get out this. item and paste it here and refresh. Let's fill this and save. Description. Okay, let's request touch all. Refresh. So the description has a value. Why is it not saved? So create and name. I think I made a mistake. And request name. Okay, product name title. I think here I made a mistake. Description and this is the request for description and for the price. I think they don't have a title. I think I put a title here instead of description and the request. And this is the, what did I name this? Show Crud create. The name is price. The name is price. The price. And then semicolon. Save, refresh. Integrity constraint column price cannot be null. So this happened because I put it on my here is float and why is it not huh? fresh fill save column price cannot be null. So let's go back to our code and tidy up this again. Tidy up request refresh. Oh, refresh. And the price is 6. Okay, this is 685. I think I may and think I need to Google this. Let's try this and let's find a solution for this. Paste. Instead, column name cannot be null 5 years ago. So this is not the correct. This is stable price default. I think it should be decimal. Okay. You're putting actually setting your SQL to database. Default have you tried? Nothing that is affecting the price. Did you disabling convert if stripping to null experiment? Since you are including the hash factory trade, I have another look to this answer. I think I did by default. Let's put a default. Default is equal to 0. So let's go back here and set for default equals to 0. And let's migrate again. Feature design, migrate, fresh, refresh. and go to our application and refresh and fill and save. It's still, so I think search for what is the property prop, property name for in Laravel and columns version. I will, I guess I need to type. So here it is, decimal float, float equivalence to table, equivalent to table. Let's make this string to make it simple and migrate again and refresh. It's working, this will work. This is save. Price cannot be null. Why is price cannot be null? Price null? Request request or I got a value for price. Price as a value. Why is it null? Price with price. Okay. Price is price. And let's save this again as float and migrate and refresh. So route show not defined. Okay, it worked. Then let's open our PHP Tinker. PHP Artisan Tinker, and let's see if the data is saved. Up slash models slash Crud, then first, and enter. So it is saved. The data is saved. So see name and description, price, and the timestamps. So our data is saved. And it says that route show is not defined. So let's define our show methods. Routes show routes in here and get request, and this is slash show, and this will be code controller class, and this will be show, and the route name also be show. So we'll create this in our blade. Its main name is show.blade.php. Show.blade.php. I think I already created show.blade.php. So here it is. Show page, show products. And on our controller, we need to make this here. We need to show return view, and this view will be shown. And we need to fetch data from our model showed here. So products products equals all. We need to get all data and pass it here. then as array. So products, then products. So get all data and pass it as an array. And we will be looping it here. First, we need to make a table. So let's go to Bootstrap and get some boilerplate of a table, and I want this stripe table. I think this is good. Let's copy this and paste there, and we need to remove this. And the product name is product name, and the description and the price. So let's remove the other table rows and this one, and we need to loop here. So let's create a for each loop, each as product as product. Then we need to copy here, move it here, and indent it correctly. And instead of this, we need to remove other this and this, and let's output something. Let's echo product name, copy, and the product description and the price. Save, and let's go to our route store and refresh. Show. Two few arguments of function controller, save, show, pass. What is this error? Function show. Why is this erroring? Why is this? Why is this? Let's yeah, die down product. Let's die down products. Let's save something. Two few arguments to function app HTTP controller Crud. Sure. Show replay the PHP. Why is this happening? Crud, and here Crud. Products Crud. Then show ID. Edit, destroy. I think we need to remove this ID. We don't need that ID. So it is for displaying now. Okay. So our application is working now. So remove the item and refresh. So here it is now. Our tables. Show products, product name, and description and the price. So we need to surround it with container. Where it is? So why is it not changing the layout? Let's fix that later. And the container, and let's move it here and save and that. So it's and we need to make this table stripe and table bird save and refresh. So it is table bordered, and if that is not stripe, it is the class for stripe. You need to put and refresh. Now it is stripe. And we need to put a header, a primary color, header t head class of background of primary. So it's primary and text white. So let's have a header. We need to put some actions here. So let's put actions. So here, and we need a button. This will be a link. I think that's a link. This will go routes of update, and the other link will go to destroy. And we need to create this route in web.php route. This will be put, and this will be slash update. The controller is controller class, and this will be an update, and the name for this route is update, and route route I think delete or destroy. Destroy. Yeah, destroy it first. Route for deleting. Route and Laravel for deleting. Delete. Route. Where it is. I think route get delete and this will be what did I name it? Destroy delete. I think I made a mistake, and let's move it in here show, and we're gonna get delete, and here let's delete and use the controller for this controller, and we'll use the destroy method, and the name for this is delete. Save. The times is 8 and save, and let's show the route list. Let's create artisan route list. So here is the routes. So create, delete, show, store, and update. So we have a Crud functions already defined 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is working. And now if we refresh, we need to put some. So we need to, I think we'll put it in 1 TB and refresh. And we need to say edit. And here we need to say update. Refresh. So here it is. Edit. This will go to update. The get method support is that is supported with both. Then okay, this is put update. Why is that? Why is that making me an error? Update.